Yeah. And if you remember some of the stuff, you can explain it to your daughter.
Okay.
As we move along. This is your main water source. So from the street, it comes in here.
Okay.
This is your shut-off valve. Okay. So if you see ever any leaks in the house, make sure she shuts it off. Yeah. Raise it up. And then usually you open up the hose bib so it can drain all the systems so there's not under pressure.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So that's your main shut-off. Now you see this green,
Yes.
like color paint? It's called borax. Actually, that is pre-treated for termites.
Oh.
So it goes all the way around the whole building. As you can see, if you kind of stand all the way around, it's all been pre-treated for termites.
Okay.
So that they don't eat the wood. Also, this bottom plate is also treated for termites.
Oh, okay.
And also another thing I want to mention, this little green tube kind of goes all the way around your house. We install that. There's little pinholes inside that tube. It's in case you want to do the pest control. They actually spray it from the outside and it injects the fluid on the middle of the walls.
Wow.
So they don't have to go inside your house and spray it, and then you have to leave your house for a couple hours.
That's good. Okay.
Now it's inside the walls to kind of keep the bugs away.
Oh, okay. Good.
Okay. As you see, some of this is just hold downs. This is what makes the house really strong. You can see the beam that kind of takes all the load from the upstairs. And then when you see shear wall like that, like plywood, that's what makes it stronger too.
Okay.
Okay. So this is where her water heater is gonna be in this corner right here. And then there's all the connections. So everything in our house is electric. There's no gas.
Oh, okay.
Everything's electric. All right.
Good.
And
Okay.
this is your sub panel. This is where all the electrical breakers are gonna be. So if you ever see like any of the breakers trip, this is where you can reset them.
Okay.
And then the actual meter is on the outside. There's a utility room, and on the actual meter, that's just for Edison to kind of read your electricity.
Okay.
But everything's gonna be controlled from here.
You have a 220.
Yes, it comes with a for a car charger.
Yeah.
It comes with an outlet set up for 220,
Perfect.
or what we call it here 240, which is just the voltage. And as you can see, we already did the installation on the garage and on the outer walls. We already installed all the insulation.
Okay.
Now this is a soffit that runs that fire sprinkler line, that orange one.
Yeah.
So we do a little soffit here, so make sure there's no penetrations that go in there, because that kind of belongs to the whole building. This little space right here.
Okay.
Okay. And then she'll have like fire sprinkler heads. You see those orange and red caps? There's several throughout the whole house. It has fire sprinklers.
Okay.
In case there's a fire, that sprinkler is gonna go off. But they're all individual heads. So only where it gets super hot, then that's the only one that's gonna turn on.
Okay. Good.
All right. We'll move along. This is the actual entry. Remember that pest control I was talking about?
Yes.
There's gonna be a little port here, and this is where they inject
Okay.
the liquid in there. And you're gonna have an outlet, and then you're gonna have a ring camera.
Okay.
That's fine. We'll go upstairs.
Wow.
Yeah. Now this is a powder bathroom. So they have an exhaust fan because there's no windows here.
Yes.
So they'll have an exhaust fan. And then since this is your neighbor's wall on that side, we do double up the drywall. So we put one layer of drywall for sound and the other layers for fire.
Oh, okay.
And also on their side, there's 2 layers of drywall to try to keep the noise and the fire away.
Oh, so 4.
4 layers of drywall.
Okay.
And then there's a gap in between the wall to kind of minimize the noise.
Great.
Now, you want to explain to her, like if she wants to hang something on this wall, on this back wall, these orange pipes are always filled with water.
Okay.
And they're under pressure. This is for the fire sprinkler system. If you puncture one of those, the water's going to come out.
Okay.
So just be extremely careful when you hang something on the wall.
Okay.
Make sure you get that stud finder. This is the dining kitchen area. This drywall is here temporary. We put it inside the house before the window so that way we can hang it as soon as we pass inspection.
Oh.
So the next process is after we install the insulation, we're gonna have inspection on the insulation, and then we're gonna start hanging drywall.
Okay.
We'll also look at some of the options to make sure that whatever she selected is installed.
This is the island, huh?
This is the island, yes. Lot 53. Okay, it's pretty much just standard. This is where they hook up the exhaust for the microwave. And then she'll have, I see that she got the under cabinet lighting, which is already pre-wired. And also this, we have a, by every sink, there's a metal switch. Now, what this switch does is, if you press it and wait for about 30 seconds, you let the hot water circulate through the system. So that way when you open up the hot water, it comes out fast. Because otherwise, when you don't have this system, you know how water takes forever to get, especially to the upstairs, to the furthest.
I have it in my house.
So you're just wasting water. So we have this system, so that way it'll circulate through the system before you just waste it. Also, there's 4 lights that go in this family room. And then, this is a kind of cool feature. We put an outlet up top, so if she wants to hang a TV here.
Oh, good.
And then we also put this conduit here, so if she wants to feed the wires through, so you don't see them, and it looks nice and neat. So we do that throughout the. I believe that it's right here in the family, and then also in the primary bedroom. But we'll check it out right now.
Okay.
That's the pantry, non-significant. You'll see the AC vents.
Yeah.
Throughout the house. There's another one in the kitchen, and then there's another one over there. But I'll show you upstairs. There's a filter where she should change every 3 to 6 months.
Okay.
Also, this wall right here separates your neighbor to that side. She has a neighbor on that side and on this side.
Yes.
Same thing, 2 layers of drywall on their side and then on our side.
Okay.
So this is the 3rd floor. You have the a full bathroom here with a tub and shower. We do include an exhaust fan because since there's no windows, so we can get all the vapor out, all the moisture. This is your primary condensation line. When she turns on the AC, this is where the condensation is going to come through. We're going to hook it up to the drain, but we have a secondary line, and I'll show you what that does and what it means.
Okay.
So that way you can explain to her. That's just a light, and then we have the AC. This is her stackable washer dryer room right here.
Oh.
She could hook up the cold and the hot water. There's electricity. There's 220 there, and also it's for the dryers.
Okay.
The exhaust.
Got it.
And then she has a light in there. Now this is the furnace is on that platform right there. There's a machine that goes on top. That's when she turns on the heater.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if it ever needs any services, this is going to be an attic access, so people can go in there and fix it. And also, you see that blue square up there?
Yes.
That's the roof access, because her condenser is on the roof.
Okay.
So there's a little latch there. Yeah, you press it, you pull it, and then you can open it up, and then they can go up there to the condenser if it needs to be fixed.
Okay.
Okay. This is what I was talking about. This is a return air.
Yeah.
We recommend changing the filter every 3 to 6 months so it can keep the system running smooth.
Got it. Okay.
This is just a standard bedroom. You have a J-box for a ceiling fan, pre-wired. Now this is that secondary line I was talking about. You see this white pipe?
Yes.
Okay, we put it in the middle of the window here. What that does, if she ever sees any water coming out of that pipe, and she needs to call the HVAC company to have it service it because there's something wrong with the unit.
Oh, okay.
That's a secondary line. It's kind of like a backup. So we put it on the window so that way she could see water coming down. And when she sees that on a hot day, that means the
Okay.
system needs attention. Also, every room it's pre-wired for a smoke detector, and they're all interlinked together. In case there's a fire in this room, it's gonna make a sound on the whole house.
Okay.
So that just tells somebody they gotta get out. Okay.
Okay.
Same thing. There's another bedroom here. She has an optional J box for a ceiling fan, and then also a smoke detector up top, and just regular outlets. As you can see, we have insulation on all exterior walls. Her windows are dual pane, so it has 2 glasses to minimize any noise that comes through the outside. Houses are really quiet. If you want, we can walk into that unit after, and you can kind of hear that it's really quiet.
Oh, okay.
Now this is her primary bedroom. There's 4 lights pre-wire, and then there's also a return here. So there's 2 filters that she needs to change to make the system running smooth. This is her main closet. We have a communications box right here. This is for all the internet, like phone, cable, and all that stuff. It's gonna be in here, so that way if she wants to run the Wi-Fi and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then from here it goes to every room.
Got it.
And then we'll walk in here in the primary bathroom. She gets a full shower here. Same thing, every sink has that circulating switch pump, so it'll circulate hot water. Same thing if she wants to take a shower, all she needs to do is press this switch for like 30 seconds to a minute, and then it'll circulate the hot water, and then you can turn it on.
Okay.
This is just the toilet area. Same thing, we got exhaust fans, and then we have another one for moisture.
Okay.
And it goes to the outside. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Like I said, there's fire sprinkler lines throughout the whole house. So they're gonna have a little cap on it, so you won't be able to tell it as much, but
Okay.
always extremely careful with those orange lines. That's about it. I mean, if you have any questions,